and you're safe. These come in different sizes. Verify the size of your vehicle. No, follow instructions. Very important. You know, everything that has electricity involved with it has usually a diagram that comes with it. You know, familiarize yourself, read it, take time to sit down, read the instruction. It's usually very simple, a wiring, little, wiring diagram. So just make sure that you read the instructions, be careful. Okay, starting the control circuit. That's our fuse holder. We popped out a fuse, we dropped it in. That's only on when the engine is running. Can't stress that enough. Can't stress that enough. Only when the engine is running. That's the beginning of our control circuit. Control switch. Another device, very important. I like to have an override. This will enable you to control whether your cell comes on when you start your engine. Sometimes you don't want it to come on. Why? Well, I don't know why. You want to service it. You want to show it to somebody. You want to take it offline. Whatever the reason, you want a switch that will disable it. Okay? A lot of people say, well, I'll take out the fuse. Well, unscrew the wire. Oh my gosh. If it's complicated, I don't want to do it. If it takes more than one step, I don't want to do it. Switch. Off. We always recommend having an override. I said that already. In the event that you want the service system off. A switch. Simple. It doesn't have to look like that. This one is lighted, so you know when it's on. You can have a switch inside the engine compartment by the driver. You can have it under the hood. I have mine particularly under the hood. I don't need to worry. I have a light in my dashboard, but I have my switch on the other side of my way. I don't have to worry about it. As a matter of fact, I have a van out there that's been on for a year. I've not had to turn it off. See what I'm saying? So we don't have to worry about it. You can have it inside the compartment or in the engine bay. This can be installed, as I already said that, this can be installed in the cabin or the engine bay, connected from the engine signal to the common side of the switch. Here we go, little diagram. I'm a diagram person. I visualize this better. We begin with the circuit at the fuse. When the engine is only when the engine is running, we run a wire that came out of that to the common side of the switch. That's the beginning of your control circuit. If the switch is lighted, if you have a switch like I showed you before that has a light in it, then you're gonna have to add a little wire ground side to that, so when the switch is activated, you can see it's on. Got a light on. Next, you'll need a relay. This is a device that will control the power going onto the cell. This is a part of the control circuit as well as the power circuit. This is the point where, at this point, I'm sorry, it is the point that the cell will be turned on and off in the circuit. So you said that. Keep looking at myself. That's the relay. You gotta keep, ever I start rambling, say, Afro! That's the relay. A relay is a simple device that, with a thin signal. Remember, we're working with a control signal now. The control signals are usually about 18 gauge, 22 gauge, very thin wire to control the system. This relay will be powered by that little, that minute signal, a small signal. This will then control the cell on and off. But this is very important. I've seen people, like I said before, take out a very important relay from the car, doing other devices, doing other functions, remove the relay, put their wire in where the relay sticks in, and push the relay back in. That's not a good idea. Why? The manufacturer designed those relays specifically for a power demand, and you're adding to it. Wrong. The relay will have a wiring diagram. This is very important. It will guide you through the installation process. Can't stress that enough. When you see the relay, you have a little wiring diagram. It'll tell you control side, or the electricity that's going to be controlling the on and off of the contactors is point A and B, and the power circuit that's going to run through it is point C and D. You know, it's very important to understand it and follow those instructions. There will be two sides to the relay: the control side and the power side, so the power circuit. You will need to identify first the control positive and negative side and that leaves the power side. Once you understand of the switch, of the relay, okay, this is my not positive, this is my negative, it's easy. In other words, you connect the positive wire that came from your signal through your switch into the positive side, and the negative side goes to ground. You're done with that control circuit side. The power side will have a common and a normally open, normally closed. The power side will have a common, a normally open, a normally closed, a normally open. The connection to the connect to the common and to the normally open. When the relay is energized, the contactors will close, completing the power circuit. But we're not going to worry about that now. We're going to continue. Yeah. We're going to continue at this time with the control side. We're still not finished with the control side of the circuit. Connect the power signal from the engine, run to the out line through the on-off switch, then to the positive side of the relay. Connect the negative side of the relay to ground. There you go. We started with our add line, we ran a wire through the switch, we ran a positive to the positive side of the relay, from the relay to the ground. That will complete the control side of the circuit. You know, it sounds complicated, but it's really, really simple. Next, we'll go to the power circuit. The power circuit is completely separate circuit. This circuit will be carrying the demand voltage supply to the cell. This is an individual circuit from the control circuit and requires separate and larger demand fuse or breaker for protection of the wiring as well as the cell. It will be your choice whether you use a breaker or a fuse. Fuse is a one-time deal. A breaker can be added where we have a reset, or you can have an automatic reset. You know, basically it's your choice. But you need protection. You have to have something protecting that line. Again, we started in the control side with a fuse. Why? In protection. You have to be careful, you have to protect your line. And remember, my protection started at the beginning. Same thing with this circuit. We want to be able to start with protection. This is a fuse. I have the back picture. I have these in the back, by the way. We can show you if you don't understand these. These are stake-on, these are breakers. These are automatic breakers. These will reset. If they heat up, they open up, they stop your circuit, protect